So hello everybody, and I just want to say welcome to my channel. If you're new here, we're glad to have you, and I hope that you feel welcome and that you'll come back and visit again. And if you're not new here, then I just want to say welcome back, and I'm glad you decided to come back and visit again. Today I have a video that's a little bit different than what I usually do. I know that there's a lot of people out there who are having trouble finding hand sanitizer. And I understand that. That's something that we've all become accustomed to being able to just get when we need it. Of course, I feel that if you can wash your hands with soap and warm water, that is always the number one. That's your plan A. And plan B is hand sanitizer. And if you can't find hand sanitizer in the store, well, then you need a plan C. And so today I have two recipes for hand sanitizers that will get you through if you can't find it in the store and you don't have access to the warm soapy water. So I have one recipe that is with alcohol, and one recipe that does not use alcohol. So I hope you stick around and see the two recipes, and let's go in there and let's get started. But sometimes you don't have soap and water readily available when you're out and about in the public or outside doing something, you know, running errands at the school, whatever. Sometimes, you know, that is always your first choice, but sometimes, you know, you have to come up with a plan B. And I know right now a lot of people are having trouble finding plan B, which is the hand sanitizer. Now, this is some recipe. This is not my own recipes. These are some recipes that I've seen online in several sources, and I'm going to try. The first, alcohol is the main ingredient, and the other things are to help your hands from drying out, or the essential oils that I'm using also have some disinfectant properties also. But the alcohol, this is what I'm using. I know some people are non-alcohol, and some people, you know, they use the vodka in it. You know, people have to do what they feel comfortable with and what they have on hand. I'm using what I have on hand for my plan, well, actually my plan C, because I do have some of the commercial hand sanitizer also, because I had stocked up before any of this, you know, current events had started taking place. But I'm making this, and I'm going to use this also. So let's get started. I'm not using my aloe vera that I have here. I have a huge aloe vera plant, but I do, look how big this is, so squishy. I'm not using that in my hand sanitizer because not everybody can get hold of an aloe vera plant, and I realize that. I use this mainly for burns. I use it in the kitchen when I burn myself because I do that quite often. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what the aloe vera plant looks like if you weren't familiar with it. I know most people are, but there may be some people who an aloe vera plant is just kind of foreign to them, and I have one which I need to do a lot of work to. But so I thought I would just show you that. The first recipe that I'm going to show you is the one that I think is the most widely used, and the one that I've seen a lot, and I've seen it on different YouTube channels and Pinterest boards, and even on some websites and things. So I'm not showing you anything that other people are not doing. The one thing I do want to tell you on this alcohol is that you at least want 70%. The higher the percentage you can get, the better. Mine is 91% of the isopropyl alcohol, and so I feel good about that. And for the alcohol, you want to have 2/3 of a cup. I may have to take that off, y'all, so I can not be all day. So you're going to use 2/3 cup of the isopropyl alcohol. Now, to that, you want to add 1/3 of a cup of the aloe vera gel. And I just have some aloe vera gel. I got this at Target. I know you can get it at the Dollar Tree and some, oh gosh, probably anywhere that they have these type of you know, products, you can get it. And especially as the weather gets warmer, because aloe vera, like I said, is really good for burns. I use it for burns in the kitchen, but you can also use it for sunburns, which, whether you're on a tropical vacation or if you're out in the fields gardening or just outside doing whatever, you know, you can get burns. Now, you can use this little spatula to mix that all up, or I think what I'm going to do to get it even better combined is I'm going to take one of my whisks. I think that'll go faster. And you just want to get it all really combined, and you'll be able to tell when it's combined good, because you don't have all the clumps. Now, you can leave it like this, or if you want to give it a little bit of a smell good and to up the properties of the disinfectant properties even more, sorry y'all, I'm stumbling, then you can add some essential oils. I have some tea tree oil, which my little droppers come out, so I'm going to have to be real careful. And I'm going to add just about about 10 to 15 of the essential oils of the of the tea tree. And then to give it a little bit of a citrus smell, I love this now, this orange. This is very affordable too. I get mine on Amazon. I'm going to add probably about 10 or so drops to it too. Now on the essential oils, you can add as little or as much as you want. Just keep it in mind that the more you add, the stronger the smell of the essential oils are going to be. Now, all you have to do now is just have some containers. I got these. I've had these for probably 3 or 4 years, and I got them from the Dollar Tree. I know they still have, well, they did still have some. I'm assuming they still have some. But if you can't find anything like this at the Dollar Tree, then you can use like the little travel size shampoo containers, you know, anything like that that you can find like in the travel section, say at Walmart or Target or somewhere like that. If you can't find anything there, you can also repurpose some that you have at the house. You know, just be creative, because that's just your container. I also happen to have this little bitty small funnel that I'm going to use. Let me see if I have y'all in frame. Sometimes I'm bad about not having it in frame. And see, I'm just going to put that in there. And you can also, as you have this, ever so often shake it up. You know, shake it up before you use it. just to make sure everything stays combined, because there's no preservatives in this. This is just natural stuff. And what the aloe vera does is it helps keep your hands soft, because alcohol, this isopropyl alcohol, can dry out your hands. So when you have, it smells pretty good too, and so when you have the aloe vera in it, that helps keep it from drying out. Now this is another type of container that I also had gotten from the Dollar Tree at some point. I use these a lot for my crafts and also just for things like this, because you can reuse them. Okay, so there's another one. And you know, you can even use like a big pump bottle and have this made up and have it by your garden, have it by your garden shed, you know, by your lawnmower and tractor and all of that kind of thing, so that you don't, you know, don't have the smell of gasoline or whatever, or manure, whatever it is that you have that you don't want to smell like. You can use it. It's not just for times when, you know, everybody's trying to stay away from getting sick. There's, you know, it's always good to have an alternative cleaning source. So our second recipe is alcohol free, and it's very simple to make also. Both of these are really simple. The first thing we're going to use is some essential oil. I have the tea tree oil, and you don't really even need that yet. And let's see, we're going to do you're going to do about 10 to 15 drops, however you want, somewhere in that category. You don't have to be totally exact on some of these, as you can see. And then I have my orange essential oil. And I've got 12 drops of that. And then we want the equivalent of about 10 to 15 drops of witch hazel. And witch hazel is really good at preventing dry skin, and it also helps with bruises and sunburn. And if you ever have hemorrhoids, witch hazel is good for that too. Next, we want 5 to 10 drops of vitamin E oil. And vitamin E is used in a lot of different products. Now I've got 10, and it's really good about keeping your skin from drying out. And then also to this, we're going to use our aloe vera once again, and we're going to just give this about 5 to 8 drops. Let me see, I gotta put it down in there. Okay. Now, the last thing you need for this recipe is distilled water. And you're just going to just fill it up with water. And then just shake it up. And that's it. And you have an alcohol-free hand sanitizer. So what about that? Now, the thing that I did with my aloe vera sanitizers is I did label those, and so also want to label these, and then that way after you've used them you can see which one you like the best. You may have a preference. So I just have masking tape. You can use labels or whatever you want. I don't want to write on the bottles because I may want to reuse them. So I'm just going to put alcohol free. And you can name these however you want to. You could, I could have named that alcohol based sanitizer, but I wasn't thinking. Or you could just, you can just name them however you want to. You can name them recipe number 1 and recipe number 2. But anyway, that gives 2 different options when you don't have soap and warm water at your disposal, and you need to sanitize your hand. This is just another option. So I hope you find that helpful. 2 recipes, 2 ways to do it, and I'm sure that there's other recipes too. The things that you want to make sure that you do is when you apply hand sanitizer, whether it's the commercial brands or if it's the home hand sanitizers that you've made, make sure that you let them dry. Even if you think you have a little bit too much, don't wipe it off. Just let the hand sanitizers dry on your hands, and that way you can be sure that you haven't wiped off, the good stuff. But another thing I wanted to say is that if you are using warm soapy water, make sure that you wash your hands for 20 seconds. Things that I've heard that you can do is in your mind, or you could out loud sing happy birthday a couple times. Or I've also heard that if you sing the alphabet song, that you can use those too, especially if you're teaching kids. Those are good things. But you want to make sure that you wash for 20 seconds at least, and that you get under your fingernails and you go up above your wrist a little bit, so that you can make sure that you really get all of those germs off as much as you can. I know we can't live in 100% germ-free world, but we can do the best we can, can't we? And just remember those little tips, and I hope you're all doing well today, and I hope you'll come back and see me. And if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, please give me a like, and if you would share it with your friends so that they can have these 2 options if they need them for a couple of recipes. And I would appreciate that too, so we can get everybody taken care of and not panicking. There's no need to panic. Just be prepared. There's always different ways that we can do things. We just have to sometimes be creative. And also, if you would just click on that subscribe button down there. And if you would click the little notification bell so that you'll receive all of my videos, I would appreciate that so much. As always, y'all stay safe, y'all stay healthy as you can. Enjoy life, enjoy each day, and y'all come back and see me. Thank you. Appreciate every one of you that stuck to the end and watched this. And those who watched what they needed and then had to go on about their day, I appreciate you too. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye-bye.